In Britain, 20 million people have received a coronavirus vaccine as the country's rollout continues to be a success. And some say it couldn't have happened without the Prime Minister's appointed secret weapon. Here's CBS News contributor Simon Bates with this week's London Calling.
I think it's fair to conclude that Britain's initial reaction to the outbreak of the pandemic was confused, sloppy, and often chaotic. Our Prime Minister Boris Johnson was slow to get into gear. Lockdown last March was too late, followed by a deceptively warm summer as we zigzagged our way through the rest of the year, locking down, then unlocking, never getting a proper grip on the virus. It seemed that Boris Johnson's term in office will be defined by the most horrifying statistic of all, that Britain has recorded the highest number of deaths per million from the virus of any large country. Now, historically, situations like these call for an individual to step forward and save the nation, and we found one. Her name is Kate Bingham, and most of us had never heard of her. She's a former biochemist who became a venture capitalist. Prime Minister Johnson asked her to become his vaccine czar to, quote, stop people from dying, unquote. She scoured the world's largest pharmaceutical producers, jumping in first to pre-order massive quantities of vaccinations, culminating in more than 400 million doses for a population of just 67 million. Kate Bingham has her critics, though, who have accused her of demanding an inflated PR budget and discussing sensitive procurement matters at a private conference, both of which she's denied. Meantime, her gamble was paying off. Britain's vaccination programme is miles ahead of equivalent countries in the West, and it's ushered in a refreshing community spirit here, bringing together the military and a huge body of unpaid volunteers, and, by any stretch of the imagination, more than 20 million first jabs is a stunning achievement. The result is that Britain looks set to vaccinate itself out of lockdown in the next few months. Kate Bingham may have her faults, but wouldn't it be great if she got the credit for her work rather than the politicians? That's London Calling for today. This is Simon Bates for CBS News in Devon.